Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so this is actually a test video from my tablet, but I'm gonna run a video off of this. So I'm not using anything. I'm not using my condenser mic or anything like that. That's off to the side. As you guys, I'll show you guys right now. I just tapped it, but yeah, see, it's not connected. But anyways, yeah, stock microphone on here and stock camera from the LG G Pad 5 10.1. Pretty solid tablet. I gotta say, I am doing a review on it later on this week, so stay tuned for that video. I'm just gonna cover like what I think about it. It's not a brand new tablet. It came out in October of 2019, but it's a pretty solid, pretty badass tablet. Let me just say that right now. My opinion. But anyways, guys, so if you guys missed Technoid's video, it just dropped about an hour ago from the time I'm recording right now, so definitely go check that video out. He's covering several stories, including his main story, which is the Google confusion, as he likes to reference it to. And I have to agree with him. It's a bit of confusion. The Pixel 4a, the 4a 5G, and the Pixel 5, it's been a massive confusion because there's so much going on and people are dropping their videos. Like This Is Tech dropped his video about it, and it's just so much videos about it. But anyways, I'm going to be kind of focusing into a different area. And this is just something I thought about this weekend, and I wanted to share it with you guys in a vlog style. So anyways, so let's talk Pixel 5, because this is the one that I'm more concerned about with Google releasing in October, since it's likely that they're going to release the 4a, the 4a 5G, and the Pixel 5 at the same time at the Made by Google event in October is what I'm assuming they're going to do it. And yeah, it's man, it's a bit of weirdness here. It's a bit of weirdness. Okay, so let's focus on the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5, because obviously what Technoid said in his video, which absolutely makes sense, is that Google doesn't want to be behind the rest of the competitors out there. So while they're pumping out 5G devices, Google needs to have more than one. So, and since it only basically has two lines of the Pixel, which is the Pixel and then the Pixel A series, definitely that's not enough really to kind of be a contender in the market. If they only have one device with 5G, which is their flagship. So the way that I'm looking at this is well, first of all, I think that they should really revamp the A series and just call it Nexus. But that's just me, just wishful thinking, because I still am a fan of Nexus. I thought they could have brought that line back and just made that their mid-range, the Nexus. But anyways, getting off topic. I see a problem with the Pixel 5 when it comes to sales. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people today, we are strapped for cash. A lot of people have suffered this year in 2020. It's very, very hard times. And so upgrading to a new device is not going to be as if it was back in 2019, 2018, 2017, when things were fine, when we weren't hit with some big issues that you really can't say on YouTube because YouTube censors. So that's just crazy. But anyways, so it's no secret that for the Pixel 4a 5G to actually have 5G capabilities, its processing chip has to be the 765G. That is the same chip that Google is going to be using in the Pixel 5 to keep its pricing down to at least under $700. If they were to use the 865G, which is what everyone's like, why don't they just use that chip? It's going to raise the price. That's an expensive chip from Qualcomm. So if they actually use that chip, you're going to be looking at another Pixel device that is yielding close to $1,000 mark, if not $1,000 directly. And then everyone's just going to be on the internet complaining that it has this, does that. It's not worth $1,000. But people tend to forget that the components used inside the device actually is what the company is thinking about here, because they can't just build a phone using expensive parts and then sell it at 70% less of what it costs to actually build the phone. Do you guys get what I'm saying? That's just straight facts. I'm not trying to butter anybody up or anything like that, or be like, you have to be a Google supporter. Like, there's things that Google does that I disagree with and think they're stupid for. But when it comes to building actual hardware, the pricing of each part that you have to buy from the manufacturer, because Google does not build all these things in-house. And I think that is the reason why they're trying to go with their own chip. If they build their own chip in-house, then yeah, then we can see some sort of differences in pricing here. But since they are using another company's processing chip, which is from Qualcomm, they're going to go with something that's going to opt the phone's price to be lower. So then that way they are making some sort of profit. Well, while most of you guys may scream and be like, well, Google has billions of dollars, they can afford to take a loss. They could afford to take a loss, but is that a smart move from a company to do that? And should that be a pattern that a company does all the time? I mean, if you keep expecting a multi-billion-dollar company to keep taking losses, eventually it's not going to be a multi-billion-dollar company anymore. So let's just get that out the way. But anyways, so the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4a 5G are both going to be using the 765G. So when it comes to conscious buyers, obviously they're going to opt for the most affordable one. Especially this year, they're going to opt for the more affordable one, which is going to be the Pixel 4a 5G. And the reason why I say that is because it's no secret that the mid-range actually performs pretty well. There are a lot of people last year who were skeptical about the Pixel 3a and thought that it was just going to be like absolutely crap. But when that thing came out, people were just amazed. A lot of tech reviewers who attended the event at Google I/O were just amazed when they were using it after the keynote event ended. They were just out there making all their tons of YouTube videos talking about how great it was. I got a hold of a Pixel 3a and I had a Pixel 3, and I compared them side by side and using them. And I'll tell you guys, no joke, not blowing smoke up anyone's keister, the Pixel 3a is solid as hell. It's really, really, really good. I saw no differences in performance between the Pixel 3 and the Pixel 3a, even though the Pixel 3a's processing chip wasn't the same chip that is in the Pixel 3. It performed just like its big brother flagship. The only noticeable difference I had with the Pixel 3a and the Pixel 3 was image processing when you snapped a photo. Because the Pixel 3 had a dedicated AI chip for image processing in the Pixel 3, that chip was not in the Pixel 3a. So when I snapped a photo on my Pixel 3, it rendered and processed the image really quick. When I did it on the Pixel 3a, about a 1 to 2 second delay difference, but still processed really quickly. And so with that, showed people that the Pixel mid-range was solid. So when you have that knowledge in your mind, and then you look and you say, okay, Pixel 4a 5G, let's just guesstimate it and say that it's about $550, and the Pixel 5 is $699. Which one are you going to opt for? Especially if they have the same processing chip, they have just about similar camera sensors, and they both run Android 11. Which one are you going to go with? I mean, obviously, the smart decision is going to be going with the Pixel 4a 5G because it is going to cost cheaper. It's going to bring you the same experience, same stock Android experience, and it's going to have a lot of things that the Pixel 5 has, other than a certain few things like the build quality of it, maybe wireless charging, and maybe water resistance is only on the Pixel 5. But that's all you're really giving up, and some people can give that up because some people just don't go swimming with their phones. So it makes sense, right? You go for the 4a 5G. And that's what I'm saying, like, that's where I feel like the problem is going to be with the Pixel 5. And so with that, if I was head of the development team for these Pixel devices, because Qualcomm did release a newer processing chip, and this was about like a month and a half ago, and since Google is still in the process of changing things around and playing with things and changing format and making everything confusing for everyone that's getting leaked info, there is a chip that they could use in the Pixel 5 that would definitely be a benefit and a reason to even consider the Pixel 5 over the 4a 5G. And that would be is that if they use the processing chip, the Snapdragon 768G. So it's still a mid-range chip from Qualcomm. It's not their flagship 800 series chip, but this chip has some pretty badass features to it. One of the main ones that I'm definitely focusing on is that the GPU is updatable through OTA. So with that, you can update the GPU through OTA on the chip itself. That's something that's new to these processing chips, and I think it'd be great that the Pixel 5 was one of the first devices to get a hold of that chip and use it within its smartphone. And I would definitely go with that, because then if you're looking at specifications, which a lot of us geeks and nerds do when we're shopping for a phone, you see the Pixel 4a 5G and it has a Snapdragon 765G, which gives it 5G capabilities to connect to 5G network, and it has all the good stuff. But then if you have the money to spend on the Pixel 5 and you look at it, you see that it's got the 768G, you know that it has updatable drivers for the GPU, you're definitely going to opt that. Now, as far as for the average consumers who don't know anything about specs and they don't really care, they just want to know the main things about specs, which is like how much internal storage it has and how much battery life it has, then you definitely can still market that for them to understand, where you're like, you can put it out there that it's It has a new style processing chip that's never been done before. Or, just make up some sort of quirky little lining to it that of course will captivate the average consumer, and then you've got yourself a banger. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's the problem that lies with the Pixel 5 coming out with the Pixel 4a and 4a 5G, and this is where it's going to be going forward. And that's some of the things that I get worried about when it has to do with that. So. But anyways, guys, that's today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section of the video. Should they be doing something more to differentiate the Pixel 5 from the 4a 5G, so that way you do feel like that if you spend the money on the Pixel 5, you are getting more than the Pixel 4a and 4a 5G? And then people are just like, why don't they just skip the number 4 and go to 5? Like, no, I mean, that's just like, yeah, I wouldn't do that. Like, there's so many companies tend to do that, and it's just weird. The A series should still be at 4. To kind of go, yeah, and it'll just be like that. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, smash that like button to let me know. If you guys disliked the video, go ahead and thumbs down it. It still circulates the video. That, according to Technoid, I'm trusting you, buddy. And yeah. If you just found my channel and subscribe, thanks for doing that. Really appreciate that. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload another video. But thanks for checking out this video. You guys are solid. And let me know what you guys think of the quality and the audio quality from my tablet. Because you know what? If this works out really good, I might just use this to make all my media. Because it just makes it so much easier to edit and stuff like that on it. So I might just do that. And then, yeah, I'll figure it out how to get better positioning of the camera instead of it looking kind of like at an upward slant. But yeah. That's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, Aloha.